Hey there, welcome to the channel. Have you ever wondered where these writings came from? How the integrity of the scripts was kept from being altered? We can be sure the letters in the Bible are authentic. Specifically, how do we know that books like 1 Timothy were really written by the Apostle Paul? Today, we're going to explore the evidence behind 1 Timothy, the manuscript proof, the historical context, and even archaeological findings that back up its authenticity. Let's dive in. 1st Timothy is a letter Paul wrote to his best friends and fellow apostle, Timothy, who's leading the church in Ephesus. In the letter, Paul offers guidance on everything from church leadership to sound doctrine, and even addresses the issue of false teachers. Paul's purpose in writing this letter was to ensure the church stays grounded in truth as it faces challenges from both inside and outside. Written around the mid-1st century AD or after death, 1st Timothy is part of the pastoral epistles, which includes 2nd Timothy and Titus, letters that Paul wrote to his younger colleagues on how to guide the early church. So let's get into the evidence that shows this letter is historically reliable and in fact written by Paul. Next, let's talk about the manuscript evidence. We have copies of 1st Timothy dating back to the 2nd and 3rd centuries AD/AE or after death, which is incredibly early in the history of biblical manuscripts, the Codex Sinaiticus and Codex Vaticanus, two of the oldest and most complete manuscripts of the Bible. Both contain 1st Timothy. And early Christian writers like Irenaeus and Tertullian reference 1st Timothy in their writings, proving it was widely known and accepted in the early church. This shows that 1st Timothy wasn't some later invention. It was part of early Christian teaching and accepted throughout the church. Archaeology also helps confirm the authenticity of 1st Timothy. Excavations in Ephesus reveal insights into the city's religious practices, including pagan cults and philosophical movements that align with Paul's warnings about false teachers. These discoveries support the historical background of the letter. The theological consistency of 1st Timothy with Paul's other letters strengthens its authenticity. The themes, church leadership, sound doctrine, and godliness, are consistent with what Paul teaches elsewhere in the New Testament. Additionally, early Christian leaders recognize and affirm 1st Timothy as part of the biblical canon. This means the letter wasn't just historically credible, but they were also spiritually authoritative in the early church. So what have we learned? 1st Timothy is historically reliable due to the manuscript evidence, early church testimony, and archaeological findings. The letter fits within the historical setting of Ephesus and aligns with Paul's other teachings. Here there are 3 different points which all prove the letters are indeed authentic. By understanding the evidence behind letters like 1st Timothy, we can appreciate the depth and reliability of the scriptures in guiding our faith today. Before you go, I have a challenge for you. For the next 5 days, carry a journal and make daily entries including the date, topic at hand, and any intrusive or negative thoughts. Divide your page into 2 columns, one for a fleshy or immediate emotional reactions, and one for a negative energy thoughts that are destructive or untrue.
Okay, everyone, let's see if Eli can give an example of what he's talking about without losing you all.
Tuesday at lunch, Jeffrey insulted me. The flesh had me feel embarrassed, and I wanted to walk away. Second entry, negative energy. A violent thought appeared, followed by another urging me to act. Recognizing this pattern helped me regain control. This exercise has helped me and many others become more aware of our thought patterns. When you are able to identify the issue at hand, only then will you have the ability to take action in addressing it. The work going on within the realm parallel to ours goes on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. These negative forces at work. You do not take breaks. They have the world under an illusion, which is Satan is not real, and everything that flows through your head comes from you. There is no spirit, only the flesh. The only way to break through this veil is through the one God who made himself mortal and went through what normal human could bear, which is just another great example of Jesus Christ. Think about it, people. Anyone else would have broken told them exactly what they wanted him to confess. But he did not. If you have time, spend a few moments each evening reading the New Testament and asking Christ to help you reconnect with your inner voice. Ask for guidance and forgiveness where needed. And again, thanks for watching. What do you think about the authenticity of 1st Timothy? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this breakdown, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more biblical insights. See you in the next video.